Good morning, students. Today we are starting our lesson number 1, chemistry part 1. Lesson number 1, part 2. Day before yesterday, I put a lecture that I hope all of you have seen. Now ahead of this lesson, I am starting the next topic. Okay? Up to page number 6. Here we have completed. Now I am starting from the topic 1.3, properties of matter and their measurements. Okay? 1.3, properties of matter and their measurements. Properties of matter are of two types, physical and chemical properties. Now every substance has unique properties. These properties are classified into two categories, physical and chemical. Now what are physical? When I saw you, I said okay, this boy is tall, this girl is short, this color is like that, she is wearing like that. So by seeing only the properties which are visible are called physical, means like color, melting point, boiling point, density, etc. They are called the physical properties. Water is light, oil is heavy, glycerin is heavy, chemical properties. Now chemical, example decomposition, combustibility, reactivity to acids and bases. These are the chemical properties. Means again I can define in a well-mannered physical properties can be measured or observed without changing the identity or the composition of the substances. Okay. Now next point, they does not require accuracy. They does not require occurrence of chemical change. Without chemical change, like that normally you can observe physical property. If I am keeping water, you can say this is water, color is like that, it is lighter. But for the chemical properties, it measurements or observations requires a chemical change to occur. Example, when you will come in our lab, we will do the titrations. What are titrations? I will explain. With acid, with base, they are occurring neutralization reaction, and you will get an exact point of the color change, that is acidity, basicity, combustibility, etc. These are the chemical properties. Okay. So from here I taught you. Now we are starting 1.3.2, measurement of physical properties. How we will measure? Earlier, quantitative measurement of properties is required for scientific investigation, such as length. If I am saying length, from your house to our school is 4 kilometer to 3 kilometers. Yeah, from Gandhidham to Adipur 7 kilometers. Otherwise area, volume, etc. These are quantitative measurements. They represented by number of as follows by units in which measured. As example, length of room by 6 meters. So 6 is number, m denotes meter, the unit in which the length is measured. There are two systems. Okay. Measurement of physical properties. There are two systems. First, earlier was English system and then metric system. In French, 18th century it came. Now later they felt difficulty. See, these were the two systems, English and metric systems, were being used in different parts of the world. The metric system, which originated in France in late 18th century, was more convenient as it was based on the decimal system. Later, need of common standard system was felt by scientific community in 1960. So what is scientific community? In next topic I will teach you. 1.33, the international system of units. Earlier two systems, English system and metric systems, but they were not uniform throughout world. So for uniformity, the system has come that is called the international system of units, that is SI units, standard international. This system established by the 11th General Conference of Weights and Measures, that is CGPM. The CGPM is an intergovernmental treaty organization created by a diplomatic treaties known as Meter Conventions, which was signed by Paris in 1875. Okay. The SI system has 7 units. They are listed in table 1.1 on page number 7. The International System of Units SI table 1.1 shows, see, base physical quantities and their units. Base physical quantities are called length, mass, time, electric current, thermodynamics, temperature, amount of substance, luminous intensity. Their symbol: for length L, mass for M, time for T, electric current I, thermointestinal temperature T, amount of illumination N, and luminous intensity is L. Name of unit: length का मीटर, m किलोग्राम, मास का, then time in second, small unit, ampere, Kelvin, mole and candela. Now symbol for SI unit: meter short form, first name is m, kilogram kg, seconds s, ampere a, Kelvin k, mole mol, otherwise it can be called molality or molarity. I will explain later. Then candela ct. So these were the fundamental. SI system has 7 basic units. Okay. Again, the other physical quantities such as speed, volume, density, etc. can be derived from those quantities. These are the fundamentals. From those we will derive. I will show you afterwards. The definitions of the SI units are given in table 1.2. Okay, this is table 1.2. Definitions: unit of length, meter. This is definition. The meter is the length of the path travelled by light in vacuum during a time arrival of 1 upon 2997925 of a second. Okay, so in this table 1.3 you are given definitions. Follow that. Now the SI system allows the value to prefixes to indicate the multiples or submultiples of units. These prefixes are listed in table 1.3. See, prefix is 10 raised to minus 24. This is prefixes is Yokoto, symbol Y, Zepto, Auto, Femeto, Pico, Nano, Micro, Milli. So these are the prefixes and their symbol. Now our next topic is 1.3.4, that is what is mass and weight. What is mass and weight? The definition of mass: mass of a substance is the amount of matter present in it. It is constant. Okay, mass. If I am saying I have weight is the force exerted by gravity on an object. Weight vary from the one place to another due to change in gravity. You are knowing in moon our weight is 1/6 by our mass. So mass is a constant and it varies weight. Now mass again can be determined accurately in the laboratory by using an analytical balance. Figure 1.5. See, you are going to gold for taking gold ornaments. So you can see this physical analytical balance. This is called. Okay. When you will come in our lab, no, I will show you. So here we can measure our mass with the help of analytical balance. This is a screw. It is fixed in a glass. So outer pressure should not come and the weight should be, mass should be equal. Okay. So I showed you mass and weight. Now mass. Mass can be determined occurring in the laboratory by using the analytical balance. The SI unit of mass, table 1.1, earlier we showed, is kilogram, and 1 kilogram is equal to 1000 gram. Its fraction names. Okay, smaller unit. So bigger kilogram and smaller grams. Now our next topic is volume. Our next topic is 1.35, volume. Now what is volume? Volume is the amount of space occupied by a substance. It has the unit of length cube. So in the SI system, volume has unit of meter cube and can be denoted in smaller volumes, centimeter cube or decimeter cube units. Volume. If I am bringing a water bottle, so water bottle, milk, etc., they are occupying volume in the container. A common unit, liter, L, which is not SI unit, is used for measurement of volume of liquids. 1 liter is equal to 1000 ml. 1000 centimeter cube convert 1 decimeter cube, and figure 1.6 and 1.7 I will show you. See, this is volume. Different units used in expressed volume. Okay, volume occupied. Now, when you will come in our lab, no, I will show you how to measure the liquids with the help of the pipette. This is called pipette. So, fixed 10 ml only, otherwise 25 ml. This is called measuring cylinder. This is called conical flask, volumetric flask. And this one is burette. This one is burette. When you will come for titration, no, you will be aware. Fixed volume can be measured with the help of these instruments. Okay. Now, our next topic is 1.36 density. Okay. Now, this is not the given in the fundamental. This is density is derived unit. Density is equal to mass upon volume. SI unit of density is equal to mass can be measured in kilogram, volume is measured in meter cube. So, kilogram, meter cube upar aa jayega, then it denotes in minus. Otherwise, smaller units gram and meter, instead of meter you can use centimeter cube. Our next topic is temperature. 1.3.7 temperature. Now, temperature. See, there are 3 common scales of measures temperature: degree, Celsius and Fahrenheit degree or Kelvin. 2 common: degree Celsius and Fahrenheit. Kelvin, SI unit in figure 1.8. I will show you. These are Celsius, Kelvin and Fahrenheit. You are knowing, no, with the help of temperature we are knowing our body thermometer. If I am keeping a thermometer in a hot water, I can measure the temperature of that liquid. So, I am giving you formula for degree Celsius to 100 degree Celsius scale. So, you are knowing 0 degree is the freezing point of a liquid water, 100 degree is the boiling point of the water. This is in Celsius scale. Now, what is Fahrenheit scale? From 32 degree to 212 degree Celsius. Now, the formula for converting this degree Fahrenheit, if you are getting the numerical how to convert degree Celsius into Fahrenheit, you have to use this formula 9 upon 5 degree Celsius multiplied then plus 32. In this way, you can convert degree Celsius into Fahrenheit. You will get the numericals. Now, the Kelvin scale is related to Celsius scale as follows. Kelvin is converted into degree Celsius. Whatever you are getting, add it to 73.15. If I am saying degree Celsius, 100 degree Celsius. See, 100 degree Celsius, boiling point of water, add it to 73.15. So, it is going to convert into Kelvin, 373.15. So, negative temperature is possible in Celsius scale, -4. Freezing point means ice is going to frozen. You are knowing, no, Ladakh in temperature is minus mein. So, it is measured in minus. Negative temperature is measured in Celsius scale, but not in the Kelvin scale. Negative temperature is not possible. In figure 1.8 I showed you. Okay. Now, our next topic is 1.3 we cleared. Now, our next topic is 1.4. 1.4. Uncertainty in measurements. Many a times in the study of chemistry, one has to deal with experimental data as well as theoretical calculations. Experimentally means when you are coming in lab, otherwise you are doing experiments and what the results you are finding, and theoretically means based on the formula you are calculating. So, both are not going to exact. There is some difference or maybe like that. So, these data are called the uncertainty in measurements. Many times in the study of chemistry, first one has to deal with experimental data as well as theoretical calculation. These ideas are discussed as below. How? First, 1.41.1. So experimental and calculated with the theoretical relation can be expressed by scientific notation. Now what is scientific notations? You will get numericals on this base. I am explaining this. A chemist has to deal with numbers as large, just as so you are knowing Avogadro number in 10th, 602, such a large. So such a large number can't be right like that. So it is notated in scientific notation. Similarly, other calculations like Planck's constant, speed of light, charges and particles etc. can be explained by scientific notations. This problem is solved by scientific notation, that is experimental exponential, in which any number can be determined or represented in the form of n multiplied by 10 raised to n, where small n is exponent having positive or negative values and n means number. Okay, now I am showing you with one example. I am showing you 232.50. See, 232.508. So we have to go decimal changes. Our decimal should be placed between 1 and 9. Not in hundreds, 1 to 10, 1 to 9. So the decimal are displaced by these 2 units, 2.32508. I will write 2.3250 into 10 raised to are displaced in the left way. So the decimal had to be moved left by 2 places, and the same is the exponent 2 of how many places we displaced? 2 places. So 10 raised to 2. Where? To the left side. So positive value in scientific notation. So this is shortly written not in hundreds, not in 232, but we will write 2.320508 into 10 raised to how many number we displaced into which side? Left side positive. Now next our example 0.00816. Okay, 0.00016. So we have to move within 1 and 9. So this 0.0016. So this decimal 1, 2, 3, 4 places are displaced and to the right area. So if we are moving to the right means negative, left means positive. So it can be wrote in scientific notation 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 4 units. The decimal has to be moved 4 places to right, and minus 4 is the exponent in scientific notation. Okay. So this I taught you how you have to write a bigger number in a smaller notation. That is the formula n multiplied by 10 raised to 10. So on this notation we can do subtraction, multiplication and division, and addition and subtraction. How we will do the multiplication? And on page number 12 you can see the example. You have to see, simple I am telling, 2 into 3, so 6. But if it is in this notation, then how you will multiply? 5.6 into 10 raised to 6.9 into 10 raised to 5.6. This and this should be multiplied, and they are in multiplication. So 10 raised to power 5. This is 5. This is 8. 5 plus 8, 13. So 5.6 is multiplied with 6.9. 10 raised to 5 plus 8 on the same 10 base. They are having the same base. So they will be in multiplication. They will be added. So you are getting this. Now for the other example I am showing you 9.8 into 10 raised to minus 4. These two quantities will be multiplied. Then 10 raised to minus 4, 10 raised to minus 2, and 10 raised to minus 6. So minus 2 plus minus 6. Okay, so minus 6 and minus 2, minus 8. In this way you can do multiplications. Now for the division, 2.7 into 10 raised to minus 3, 5.5 into 10 raised to 4. So 2.7 divided by 5.5, multiplication 10 raised to minus 3. This comes up, so it will be in minus. Here we will doing addition, for addition plus, and for the division minus. Okay, so you will get 10 raised to minus 3 minus 4, that is 10 raised to minus 7. Okay, so in this way you can calculate on scientific notation multiplication and division. Now we will do addition and subtraction. I am showing you one example. 2.5 into 10 raised to 6.65 into 10 raised to 4 and 8.95 into 10 raised to 3. So they are having 10 raised to 4 and 10 raised to 3. So thus for adding, exponent is same for both the numbers. So we get 6.65, and we have to note the scientific notation into 10 raised to 4. So we have to displace the decimal to the left side. So we will get the positive value 10 raised to 4. So both are having the same. Okay, so simple, you have to add it, and this 10 raised to n is common, we have to add in common. Like that for the subtraction also, 2.5 into 10 raised to minus 2. Both should have a same 10 raised to minus 2, 10 raised to minus 3. No, it should be placed 4.2 shifted, that is 0.48. So 10 raised to minus 2, 10 raised to minus 2, it is in a common, and then you do the negative. Okay, so I showed you up to the page number 12. From page number 6 to page number 12, we have completed our these basic concepts of chemistry. Please follow with me.